Gotta be fucking kidding.
Here's the first movie.
Did you know I'm utterly insane?
Peel that pig and slice him thick.
The body count is always bigger.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
The fucking trees walked in those movies.
Hi, doggy.
What a story, Mark.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled.
It's just like your opinion, man.
Life moves pretty fast.
If you want your sequel to become a franchise.
37 dicks.
In a row?
I'm your number one fan.
Hello everyone, welcome to the next episode of our Wes Anderson Marathon Me podcast, and this time we're doing the Darjeeling Limited.
I want us to become brothers again like we used to be.
You're the two most important people in the world to me.
This is incredible.
Why haven't we spoken in a year?
Because we don't trust each other.
Is that my belt? Can I borrow it?
And also the short film Hotel Chevalier.
Oh, we're going to talk about that one as well. Huh?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
of course.
I don't know why I didn't assume that.
I think it's just like, because also it won't take up a lot of time.
No,
like,
don't fucking oath it would.
It's like a 15-minute scene.
Yeah, it doesn't really contribute that much to the actual movie, you know, it being... I mean, it's a prologue, so it's whatever, but like...
Yeah, it's basically like a prologue. It seems like it's something that they would have given, like Wes Anderson would have made this short film, like maybe with like his own funds, given it to whatever. I think it was like Enlightened Entertainment or something. There was some,
I think,
there was some studio that it was
maybe.
like that had put the name all around it, and then he like showed that to them, and then they're like, oh, okay, here's the money to make the actual movie.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we're gonna be probably in a little bit of a rush for this podcast. Not too much. We're gonna make sure we still talk about everything.
We're not gonna be like speed talking or whatever, or like, you know, really half-assing it. It's just because I gotta travel all the way to Altona tonight, and it's a long journey from where we are right now.
What is your current plan to get there?
My current plan is basically, so trams and trains, they run quite late on Saturday nights, so that's fine. The only problem is I don't have a Mikey, so the train might be a bit of an issue. Tram's fine. Train might be a bit of an issue just because, you know, sometimes they have the Mikey, the turnstile looking things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're not turnstiles because, you know, it's different in Australia than it is in America.
They're
and
like
the UK.
sliding doors.
Sliding doors. Yeah, like fucking Star Trek doors or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like an issue I can work around. But yeah, so that's fine. And then I gotta go all the way to Laverton Station. I'm gonna get off there because there's two buses that I have to catch. But I'm not going to do that because the buses won't be running at this time, like by the time I get there. So I'm going to walk from Laverton Station all the way to the house in Altona, which is like
you say the address.
I just
to 45 Gilbert Street, Altona.
I just fucking doxed Dante on the fucking podcast. Jesus, no, but I'm gonna walk like half an hour to get there, which is probably gonna be in the dead of night. Not the dead of night. It's gonna be like fucking like maybe 11.
Dead of night.
Maybe like 11:30 at night or some shit. But you know, it's nothing that I haven't really done before because like I've gone on plenty of night walks, fucking, you know, to parties or like to gathers or whatever, and you know, it's not a big deal. I if anything, I actually kind of prefer it because you know I like having my own company before doing, you know, gathers or party type things. You know what I mean?
I wonder if international listeners don't know what a gatho is.
A gatho in my the way I describe a gatho is like a small gathering of people.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, okay, yeah, that is actually the full definition. Yeah. No, for some reason I thought like that there was a different definition for it, and I like had my own, but I guess I'm not.
Oh no, that's perfect.
I guess I'm not special. All right, fine.
My definition
of gatho is a bunch of fucking cunts. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what most of it has.
Yeah. So if I like say get assaulted in the dead of night or whatever, because you know. Who knows if Altona is a safe place to walk around in night, being a sexy man like myself.
I can search it up right now. How safe is Altona? Because
you can search up a general question like that and like get results. You sure it's not just fabricated shit?
Well, my mum and dad are thinking of buying a house somewhere around like Diggers Rest sort of area.
Oh, okay.
And what they've been doing is they were a bit like we were a bit hesitant to move to Deer Park because my mum was like, oh, maybe the crime rate they're weird, and she found something.
According to a certain someone, they did say that there was a bit of crime there. Apparently, a meth lab a meth head lived across their street.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I know, poor thing.
Well, what my mum found was some website that showed like color rankings of suburbs.
Okay.
And it's like green, you're in the clear, yellow, it's a little bit risky, and then red is fucked.
Yeah, okay.
And like the only red suburb is Sunshine.
and people wonder why I fucking refuse to go to Sunshine. I will literally, like, when I'm taking a train or a bus home, I will not go the Sunshine route. I actually fucking feel really uncomfortable in Sunshine, which is weird because, like, you know, I'm going on fucking night walks. Hell, yeah, I'll go on night walks and all that shit with headphones in and all that.
Yeah, I don't like Sunshine
but
either. It's not a good vibe.
I always get a bad... I've only been in Sunshine a few times these last few years, and I've always felt unsafe there.
And I love that the dingiest places have names like Sunshine.
I know!
Sunnyvale.
St. Albans.
Yeah, Greensboro.
We're gonna get like a bunch of like fucking like cunts from St. Albans. What the fuck? Talk shit about our goddamn neighborhood cunt.
Well,
like,
it's not. We're just reading off of the list, off of all the color lists.
You're reading off the list. I fucking hate Sunshine. Fuck Sunshine. If you live there, I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's awful.
No. I know you guys can't help it. But like,
you're born that way, and you live in sunshine.
No, but like, I'm sorry. It's just I just don't like it. Like, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Do I need to?
You don't need to justify yourself. It's fine.
Exactly. Fuck you. I don't need to justify myself for hating a suburb. Fuck you guys. No, I love it.
And also, you're not hating people that live there.
No, exactly.
You hate the area.
I hate the area. I hate the vibe.
And it's fair.
I hate the vibe.
Fair enough.
It only sucks because the fucking Vic Roads place is there. And cash converters is there as well. So fuck me.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
My I almost just said the exact place where my dad works. I will not say that. Well, my dad works in Sunshine somewhere, so
really?
He deals with the Sunshine public.
But Rob's a sick cunt.
It.
He can deal with it.
Oh, he's a good guy, good
man of the people.
Yeah. He I think that he's just sort of like desensitized himself to Sunshine.
Perhaps, yeah.
So we should get into the movie, right?
We really should, yeah. And all this talk about neighborhoods is really making me in the mood to talk about India. And,
yes.
And what movie takes place in India, you may be wondering?
The Darjeeling Limited.
I think you mean the Darjeeling Unlimited, son.
So Kane, for some reason, kept on thinking that the movie was called the Darjeeling Unlimited.
Look, I only just heard of this movie, like, fucking when Rhys pitched the goddamn the Wes Anderson marathon to me, and that's when I only just heard of it, and I thought that so it's, you know, the main characters is Owen Wilson, Adrian Brodie, and Jason Schwartzman, who we all know from our Good Time at Rushmore.
Good times at Rushmore.
Good times at
Rushmore High.
Fast times at Rushmore High.
Yeah.
No, but I legit thought every time I see the poster, I would always think that was Ben Stiller. Like Jason Schwartzman's character, I always thought it was Ben Stiller.
I'm trying to picture Ben Stiller now with a mustache and with a with that weird Beatles cut.
Yeah,
I can't really picture.
The only time I've ever seen Ben Stiller with a mustache is that Micah Bell handlebar mustache in Happy Gilmore when he's when he's like the old folks home worker,
the lovely old folks home worker.
You can get me a nice tall glass of shut the hell up. Fucking you know, he was in Hubie Halloween actually.
Ben Stiller.
Yeah, his character from Happy Gilmore was in Hubie Halloween.
I watched Hubie Halloween not that long ago. I did not recall him being in it.
Are you sure? Because people were going crazy about that.
Have you watched Hubie Halloween?
Fuck no, I don't want to watch that movie.
I watched it on not on Halloween. A couple of days before Halloween, and I do not remember Ben Stiller being in it.
I swear I've seen like someone talk about this shit, man.
Oh, I missed out. Oh, fuck.
It's fucking... I don't think... If anything, I'm missing out because I'm missing out on a cinematic classic.
Oh my god, yes. Actually, he is.
Okay, so I'm not crazy.
He, in like the opening scene. It's literally just the opening scene.
Okay.
Yeah, you're very, very right.
All right, thank God I'm not crazy. But yeah...
No, you're right.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm not crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So this short film, we can get out of the way very, very quickly.
Yes.
Pretty much, it was nice. It was only 15 minutes.
It was pleasant. It was decent. It was really nicely made. It looked pretty. That's all I really take away from this film.
Jason Schwartzman got to make out with Natalie Portman.
Mm-hmm. That's actually, like, you know, that's a nice thing to brag about.
I know, right? How interesting that, like, Jason Schwartzman is going on with the rest of his life, having in the back of his mind, I made out with Natalie Portman.
A naked Natalie Portman.
Yeah, like a naked Natalie Portman.
Exactly.
How interesting.
I know, right?
And it was very artistic, the whole thing. Had a nice song playing the whole way through.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's really like the cinematography fucking great.
Oh, the final shot of like them on the balcony in the Paris balcony. like just the yellow,
like dressing gown
that Natalie Portman was wearing, in contrast to like the like bluish night, the bluish like morning sky. Oh my god! Like she shined like a light.
Oh.
That beautiful woman.
Oh, it's so poetic.
Oh my god!
She
yes.
shone like a light in my eyes.
Oh god!
A twinkle in my stars. And
why are you turning fucking Cockney, mate? A twinkle like
that's where all the poets are from.
Twinkle like stars, mate. In it. All right, you spare some fucking.
A shiny little star in the moonlight.
Oh god! Oh, that's awful.
And this movie definitely shines with Wes Anderson's love for slow mo. Like the second to last shot of this short film is a slow-mo panning shot of the entire apartment as Jason Schwartzman and Natalie Portman walk out onto the balcony. And lovely. Just lovely. That's the one word that I can label.
It's yes, it is lovely.
Yeah.
Very competently made. Very pretty.
I set for myself that this movie, I wanted to know the three main characters' names.
Yes.
I wanted to know their fucking names so that I don't have to go back and forth and be like, oh, who's that person? Who's that person? Because that's what I'm doing all the time. And
you do that, and then I'm always just like calling them by the actors' names.
Kane's pretty good at like picking up on characters' names and stuff like that. I am shocking, and I don't know how.
Yeah.
I'll pay attention to the movie the entire way through, and I just will not fucking pick up on what their names are. So I'll be referring to the character Jack as Jason Schwartzman the entire time.
Yeah.
So this time I wrote down the names right away. That there's Peter, Jack, and Francis.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be locked into my brain.
Peter, Jack,
no more
Francis.
looking. And then Rita is the girl on the train.
Yes.
So no name looking.
Exactly.
No name.
I will smack you if you try searching up names.
Yeah. Okay. I won't.
Yeah.
I definitely won't.
Good boy.
Kane, what was your like take on the movie? Did you like it?
It was good. I liked it. I don't love it. Okay. It's definitely, I think, one of the actually it feels rude for me to say that it won't stick with me, because like it's not like a Bottle Rocket situation where like Bottle Rocket, nothing really from that film. I'm just like I'm just like
railing on
this
movie.
Railing. It's like it's a movie that has a lot of good in it. Like when it there's a lot of stuff that does stick out to me in that movie. But
when it shines, it shines.
When it shines, it shines. Yeah, when it shines, it shines.
When it rains, it pours.
When it rains, it pours. No, but I don't know. It's just maybe it was the mood I was in, or maybe it's just because after
you just hated the company,
or because I was definitely, or because I was coming off the high that was how amazing Life Aquatic was. Maybe I set my expectations too high for Darjeeling, maybe, but I think also perhaps it's just I don't know. I don't know. It didn't stick with me as much, I guess.
My take for the first time that I watched it 3 years ago was pretty similar to Kane's. That was a movie that was all right and did not stick with me. This time that I watched it, oh my fucking god, I loved it so much.
Yeah.
It resonated so much with me. And I think that I thought about why the first time that I watched it, it did nothing for me. Second time, it just, oh wow. Certain scenes stood out to me that just made me go, I'm so happy that I'm watching this movie right now. And I think that a big like what's a word I'm looking for? A big factor in why I didn't like it first time but liked it this time as well is that first time I watched it was a very passive viewing. I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna watch it for the Wes Anderson colours and for the fun, and
which it's got plenty of. It's a very vibrant movie.
Oh yeah,
beautiful to look at.
And because I just watched it for that, it was okay. It was exactly what I asked for, and it was just that. But now, because I was like listening to everything that they said for the podcast and taking down notes, and there were little things that I was just like, wow, this is speaking to me. So this is pretty high up there for me, dude.
Oh yeah.
That was if I were to rank it prior to the rewatches, that was going to be my number 9 or whatever. How many movies there are there? My number 9. And number 9.
Number 9.
Where now it's definitely going to go up a couple of steps.
Oh yeah.
And like, holy shit, I loved this. So probably, do you mind if I like go through like the scenes instead of going like chronologically? If I just like say a couple of scenes?
I want to know why you love this movie so much.
So I think that the first scene that made me realize that I really liked this movie was when Peter was shaving in the mirror with his dad's razor.
Yeah,
and it was just something about the repetition of Peter having this connection to all the material items associated with their dead dad.
Yeah,
it was just so. It just did something. There was something that spoke to me heaps about that. And then also the way that Francis was talking to him, I think I realized that everyone was hurt by the death of the dad, but in a very different way.
I think the definite theme of this movie is like just mourning.
The different ways that
mourning and coping with the death of a loved one, and how the different ways that people kind of just deal with that pain.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And like Peter, for example, he did his in like I had a feeling like that he felt like guilty the entire time. He felt guilty, and like he had to like make it up for his dad when all this stuff was happening. And like that sort of made me love Peter. Like not because he felt guilty and was awful, but like he wasn't trying to make life harder for anyone else. He was just trying to deal with it by himself.
Yeah, which did come like, you know, on an outside view, you would see him kind of come across as like kind of a dickhead. You know what I mean? Because like he's like kind of like very standoffish and all that in the film. He's like Peter. Wait, which one's Peter? Adrian Brodie.
Yeah, Adrian.
Yeah, he's like I got the vibe at first that he was kind of like standoffish. The very like kind of how do I describe it? Like the kind of the confrontational one, I guess.
I didn't get that right away. I thought that it was just that he resented Francis.
Well, that
is fair enough because sorry, you go.
No, it's like I think I'm talking him out of my ass and all that, but like basically it's just like he had kind of a bit of a confrontational, bit of an angry vibe about him, but you know, it was kind of in retrospect to his pain that he was feeling and all that. I don't know. I'm kind of going on a tangent right now. I don't think I'm making sense.
No, it's totally fine. Everything that you were saying is justified, Kane.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
I like
see what the audience thinks about that.
Oh no, no, guys, don't hate on Kane. Don't bully. No, legitimately though, everything that you're saying is justified.
That's fine.
Yes. What I took was that like he's just struggling with it a lot and feeling guilty.
Yeah.
And it's something that he is independently dealing with it, where Francis is doing the exact opposite and sort of putting it on these two guys and being like, for me to get over this, we all have to get over this at the exact same time, the exact same way.
Yeah.
And then that's where the major conflict and also the jutting off point of this whole film begins, is that he's like, this is how we're all going to get over it, guys. This is how we're going to get past the death of our father. Where the other two are like, no, that's maybe how you are going to get over it, but that's not what we need.
We have our own ways that we want to cope.
Peter was coping by pretty much, I think, telling himself that, okay, I am, literally by being like, oh, he told me that I was a favorite.
Yeah.
And I'm going to like pass on his honor sort of thing and use all of his stuff. And a really, really, really good symbol of that is him wearing fucking like prescription glasses from his dad, where I think that's so good because it seems like just a little thing, but when you think about it, like wearing prescription glasses that aren't yours hurt.
Yeah, no, it like fucks up your eyes. Trust me, I've known all too well.
It destroys. It's so painful.
Yeah,
and he's dealing with that pain to be like, I'm passing on my dad's honor.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's like that was really
that was nicely done, honestly.
It was a really good microcosm of how far he's willing to go to make up for the guilt that he's feeling.
See, to be honest, when I first saw like him with those glasses and all, I thought it was just like an aesthetic thing. Like, just be like, oh yeah, look at like kind of like a little bit of an aesthetic thing, kind of like what I thought with like Richie when he was wearing with his sunglasses that he wears in Royal Tenenbaums. In that, it was like to kind of like as a mask of sorts to cover up the pain and like shame of being in love with his stepsister.
Yeah.
While in there, not stepsister, adopted, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But in this, you know, he's wearing them kind of like you said, carrying on kind of his father's like legacy kind of thing. You know what I mean? Honoring him.
Yeah, totally. And I couldn't fault him for that because he's just trying to deal with it in his own way and not control other people. Where Francis, complete opposite.
Oh my god,
I thought that he was a huge cockhead in this.
Oh yeah,
because
I mean he's trying to deal with it in his own way, but yeah, huge cockhead.
Yeah, I was not liking that he was he was like attacking Peter's way of dealing with it.
Yeah.
And
It's not
being
the right.
like,
It's not my way, so it's not the right way.
yeah, being like, I knew him the best. And yeah, freaking Peter turns over to Jack and goes, why would he say that? And that is exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Why would he say that? And I think that really engaged with me too. I was like, he's saying what I'm thinking. He really gets me. But that was one scene, as well as this. Yeah, sorry that I'm just like
No, it's fine. It's just because like I
want to justify my opinion.
No, please, it's fine.
The second scene too that really got me was when Francis takes off his bandages.
Yeah.
And ready for the wank speak? Here it goes.
Oh, here we
go.
go.
The like the sadness that just went over Jack and Peter's face as he slowly took off the bandages, and then they see their big brother vulnerable for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Who he's the big brother that is always taking charge and seeming so strong and above these guys, is finally vulnerable and finally damaged, and they don't know how to take it. And fucking sorry, I keep on.
No, it's fine.
I swear, I'm definitely a swearer when stuff is like good.
Oh yeah. I feel like we all are in a way.
I don't really swear when I'm that angry, but I swear when I am like, this is so good, and I want to express how good it is.
I definitely think that was one of the. I actually didn't even really think about that takeaway that you just mentioned, but like like I don't know, it's just like purely. It was a great scene. I'm trying to say.
Overall, it's good.
It was pretty good. No, but like yeah.
And I think it really shows that. So they've been all the brothers have been very antagonistic with Francis the whole time.
Yeah.
Like I think that Jack and Peter, they're all right. Like they're very happy to be around each. Like they're not very happy, but they're fine to be around each other.
You can definitely tell that like they kind of enjoy each other's company more than than with Francis.
And I think that when Francis takes off the bandages, they see him as a person for like the first time, and because you see their repulsion and their. Like they feel the pain that he did with that, and then that I was like, wow, because that's what I felt right away.
Yeah,
and I just went, good on you, Adrian Brodie and Jason Schwartzman, for your fucking acting chops there.
Oh, yeah.
Good job. But
they're fucking great in this movie. Like, just all three of the dudes are just fucking great in this movie. Like, it was really nice to see Jason Schwartz, because like, I don't know whatever else Jason Schwartzman has been in apart from Rushmore and now this, because I didn't even know he was in the Darjeeling. I was about to say Darjeeling Hotel, Darjeeling Limited, Darjeeling Limited. Until
the hotel
now.
comes later.
Yeah. Oh, Hotel Transylvania. I didn't know. Fucking Wes Anderson did that.
He did. No, I only did 2.
Oh, okay. Not the. Oh, okay.
Didn't do the third one.
Yeah. No, but I'm just wondering, like, what else has he fucking been in? Honestly,
I actually don't know. I know that he's been in like Wet Hot American Summer and like TV shows.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, Jason Schwartzman. It's not a face that you see everywhere.
No, and it's like it's a shame because like you think like I don't know. I feel like he should have like been more. He would have broken out more after Rushmore and all that, and how great he was in it.
Yeah, when you look at his movies, mainly so they're mostly just the. What's it called? The freaking Wes Anderson stuff, and then also Marie Antoinette. He was in that.
Wait, he was in Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yeah, he might. I don't know exactly who he. Oh, he might voice the son. I don't know, but we can talk about that.
We'll talk about it later. Yes.
And also he was in Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Was he the room? No. He's one of the.
I haven't seen Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, dude, there are. I watched like the first, such a big fan base for Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, I know. I watched the first half. This might piss off some people. Years ago, I watched the first half. I didn't like it.
Oh, wow.
I didn't think it was bad. I just didn't care for it. But I don't know. There was probably some ulterior motives that made it that made that viewing experience not enjoyable. So, because I definitely feel like I'm missing something. So I definitely need to especially because I love Edgar Wright. I love his movies. So I don't know. I need to rewatch it again and just see what I'm missing. You know.
Well, now that you know that Jason Schwartzman is in it, you're probably going to be more motivated to watch it.
Oh, most definitely. Most girls, they'd be thirsting over Michael Cera. I'm thirsting over Jason Schwartzman.
Yeah, you're there for the real MVP of it.
Exactly.
So let's now go back to the beginning and go in sort of chronological order. I right away, my first set off with Francis, that no way that I'm going to like this guy, is that when we started ordering for his brothers, I would not be able to deal if someone else ordered for me at a restaurant. Would you like the fish? You would like the fish, and you would like the lamb? Yeah, we'll get a fish and a lamb for them, and then I'll get the chicken.
I've watched so many movies where like people would do that, and I've always hated it. I've never had that happen to me in real life, but like, he's like in American Psycho, fucking Patrick Bateman does that kind of shit, and it's like just
I would get so mad.
It's just I don't know. It's like. It gives me kind of like a superiority complex kind of thing where like the person's kind of looking down on you.
Yeah.
And it's just like, come on, man. Like we get like, they're like, we get it. You're the older brother, but we're like fucking in our mid-20s. You don't need to like order for us and all that shit.
I'm more qualified to order for you.
It's like, fuck off. It's like, cunt, you got fucking bandages on your face, mate.
Like, look at you, dumb idiot.
You fucking idiot. Yeah. Crashed motorcycle, fucking pussy.
It's also really funny that like this movie is about three brothers. Yeah. And the only Wilson that's there is Owen Wilson.
I know, where the hell do they? Oh, I should have had all three Wilsons, bro.
Yeah, he could have. Wes Anderson could have done that, but I'm honestly really glad with their pick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, same.
I've not seen Adrian Brodie in a lot of stuff, and he fucking nailed it. Oh, he did a really good job.
He's a fucking great actor, man. Like, it's a shame that he like kind of just disappeared off the face of like, you know, high profile movies and all that, because like, you know, he won Best Actor for The Pianist, and then, you know, was in King Kong, I think he's in Grand Budapest, and then nothing. Oh no, I think he was also in Midnight in Paris, and then like I don't know what else the fuck he's been in, you know.
He's like, I've done my rounds, I'm finished.
Maybe, but like I think he's still in like movies, but he's just in like a lot of shovelware kind of shit, not like Bruce Willis tier.
Oh, thank God.
Thank fucking God.
Or Robert De Niro.
Yeah, I feel like maybe Robert De Niro, or maybe like, I don't know, like someone that just does a lot of, like, that is capable of doing good movies. Like maybe like a Will Arnett kind of thing. Well, like, does good shit, but like is in a lot of like kind of shovelware.
And Francis is also the one that he's like demanding all this meaning and spiritual awakening the whole trip.
Yeah.
But then he's the one that's focusing and getting distracted on all this petty stuff.
Yeah.
He's the one that is like, oh my God, you have my belt. Stop that right. Like, when they're praying, he's like, is that my belt? Can I have my belt back? Give it back right now. And they stop praying for it.
Yeah, there's a funny irony in that whole shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's like, he's a very structured person that's like, this is how it has to go along, but you can't force meaning into situations. And that's like what I think, and that's a very classic theme, I think, in a lot of Wes Anderson stuff, like in Bottle Rocket, is that Luke Wilson's character, he's trying to force meaning into stuff.
Yeah.
Can't believe that we're here, we're eating enchiladas together, or whatever.
My God,
tamales.
Fate. Yeah.
Oh my, it's fate. No, you followed me around. Like that. So he's forcing fate and forcing meaning into everything.
Owen Wilson, I guess, was just following his big brother's footsteps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also it's very interesting talking about Wes Anderson repetition.
Yeah.
Is that with Francis's like journey and mission that he has given the three brothers to find their mother that they haven't really spoken to that much.
Yeah.
They're like a somewhat estranged mother after the death of their father. Where Ned's arc in the Life Aquatic was to go and get in touch with his father after his mother's death.
There's some nice, you know, it's
like reversed.
It's like you know, he's oh my God, Wes Anderson, he's so uncreative. He's just like repeating a bunch of story beats, just switching them around. Oh my God, no, but like it's like it's kind of the same thing in terms of like several story beats that he does in his movies, but he always finds a way to switch them up and
definitely,
just make them feel different. Like make them different because, you know, different story contexts and all that. It's different actors and personalities, blah 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 blah, all that bullshit.
Like he said different things with both of them.
Yeah.
Like in Life Aquatic, he's more saying about like getting to terms with yourself and being like trying to discover things that are actually fulfilling instead of putting on a face or a character.
Yeah.
Where then with this one, they're more trying to get to their mother so that they can get closure and ask like why. And I think that they're also a bit like they're also looking to blame somebody. Mm-hmm. And I think that they're like, you not coming to the funeral is why we're not okay yet.
Yeah.
And that's it's showing like shifting of responsibility in this one compared to the last one. So I really like that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jack is the ultimate player.
Oh, dude, fucking hell, man. Can I just say, before we talk about that, I just want to say, did Jack kind of look like a weirdo version of Steve Carell a little bit? Did he remind you of Steve Carell from The Office a little bit?
No way.
Dude,
no,
especially in the flashback scene where he's shaved, he looks like a young Steve Carell. Like if Michael Scott was aged down. How the fuck are you not seeing this?
I could not see that. Sorry.
Really?
You could be totally right, but I can. Okay, one thing that I can picture is from the pilot of The Office where there's a photo of young Steve Carell and he has long hair and he's shaking the CEO of Dunder Mifflin or whatever, shaking hands.
Not really.
I'll go see if I can find it.
Okay.
But that young. Yeah, the young Michael Scott.
Yeah.
I can sort of see Jason Schwartzman being in the same boat.
I've said this so many times about other actors and oh, this actor looks like that one, and I've been kind of somewhat not inconsiderate. Fuck, what's it called? Self-conscious about it because I'm always oh, maybe he looks like it. I don't know, but dude, I swear, man, he reminded me of Steve Carell in some shots. A lot of side profiles, especially, reminded me like a young Michael Scott with a mustache.
I cannot find this photo. That
maybe it's just me. I don't know, but it could be just me. But I could see it. I saw it.
Please, people, get into contact with us on our social medias so that we can know if you guys, if anyone else felt the same way.
Please either prove to Rhys that I'm right or call me wrong and blind.
And be like, no way.
Yeah.
We saw Steve Carell more in Natalie Portman than in him.
Oh my. Oh my. Steve Carell, nice figure.
Yeah. I like that that Jack is oh, actually, this was a note that I wrote down before finding out the relevance of the short film.
Yeah.
But what I had down here is that he puts on the same music when trying to seduce a woman.
Yeah.
And it's sort of showing that he's this fake person that's putting that he's sort of creating character for himself, that he's okay, this is what women want. I'll just put on some cool music to make it feel all romantic where all he wants to do is fuck.
Yeah.
And then when it's sort of revealed later on that the whole relevance of that short film of of Jack making out with Natalie Portman in the hotel room.
Yeah.
It was literally just the end of a screenplay that he's coming up with.
Yeah.
So it was just him trying to insert himself really in that. So I don't know if he does repeat it over and over again. Maybe he was just it worked with Rita on the train. I'll regurgitate it and it would work with Natalie Portman.
Yeah, who knows?
It would work with her. But yeah, Ultimate Player, he just went for it.
Oh yeah, fucking hell, man! That shit was getting pretty fucking explicit, man.
Yeah, I know.
He's licking his fingers, going down
woo!
there. Yeah, I was just okay, whoa. I'm whoa, that's a hoy.
And then, whoa, that's a whore. And she fell in love with him from it.
Yeah.
So love really is blind.
Love is blind. Well, she's cheating on her. What was the boyfriend's name? The really angry train conductor.
I don't know the boyfriend's name.
That kidnapped their Cobra that they bought.
I know, what a cock.
Fucking Peter buys a king cobra, highly venomous, but still loses it in the train, and then they are threatened to get kicked off, and he just fucking takes the snake.
Yeah.
And we're under the impression that he's dead, but no, the fucker just kept it.
How horrible him being threatening to kick them off the train for having the snake. He is a snake though. He keeps the snakes and then he has it.
You know why? He is the snake.
He is one with the snakes.
Exactly.
Yeah. And he himself knows that there is already a snake there because he is a snake.
Exactly.
Yeah. So he's you know what? I don't actually care that much. And speaking of lies on this train, freaking Rita also lied to Jack when she said that there was no empty rooms left on the train.
Oh, yeah.
Because we saw at the start of the movie that Bill Murray was running after it alongside Adrian Brodie and didn't get on the Darjeeling Limited.
Can I just say, what is it with the Wes Anderson movies and just shitting all over Bill Murray? Think about it. Fucking
you've got a whole movie to yourself. We can shit on you for this.
like Rushmore, he's he's in a way he's getting verbally reprimanded by a fucking 15-year-old for liking a woman who's close to his age. Royal Tenenbaums, he gets cucked by his wife's adopted brother. And then fucking Life Aquatic, he's just getting
sad man.
He's just depressed as fuck the whole movie, and then in this he just gets ditched by a fucking train. So
if you were to cast a very well composed, successful man who had his life very put together, would you cast Bill Murray?
Nah.
Yeah.
He plays a depressed man really fucking good.
He plays it really good my day has not been going in my favor sort of guy.
Yeah.
And that is definitely what happens here at the start of the movie. He literally just plays a businessman. Like, his name in the credits is businessman, who misses the train.
Yeah.
And also, it doesn't fucking pay the taxi driver, who was, like, speeding and going through traffic for him so that he could catch his train.
So technically, he deserves to have been left behind.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly,
it's karma.
That piece of shit.
Because he didn't have to be doing anything in the backseat in the taxi. He could have gotten the money ready.
Exactly.
And right away, like, thrown it at him before getting there. And also, he deserved a good tip, too, because he was breaking the law so that his client could get on the train in time.
Unbelievable, man. The disrespect for our taxi drivers, for Indian taxi drivers, man.
Oh, man.
Sickening.
Made me very, very angry.
Oh, you and me both. That's why I'm glad he got, like I said, I'm glad he got left behind.
Yeah.
Fuck that cunt. Cancel Bill Murray.
I actually lived through a somewhat similar experience to the Darjeeling Limited, in a very... Not similar, but I was on a train for 28 hours going from Saigon to Hanoi in Thailand.
Oh, okay.
So not 6 days because it took
Thailand?
In Thailand, yeah.
Saigon's in Thailand?
Vietnam, sorry, fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say you went in Thailand.
No, it was in Vietnam. Yeah. No, both of those places are in Vietnam.
Yeah, both are in Vietnam.
Yeah, I know.
You
I
idiot.
fucked that up.
No,
well,
we'll keep it
in Vietnam.
Idiocy in.
And yeah, that was it. Yeah, wasn't as cramped. It was a little bit more spacious than the Darjeeling.
Yeah.
But there were mice. There were mice in it.
Oh, hell no. Fuck
very,
that.
very cool.
Yeah.
And it was probably the weirdest experience was, like, random people would just come into your room. Like, when on the last night that we were sleeping there, probably the most terrified that I was on my Vietnam trip was that I just woke up on the top bunk and looked, and there was this random Vietnamese dude just, like, standing in our little secluded, like, not secluded, our little closed-off cabin.
Fuck
just, like,
that.
staring at my mum.
Oh,
and,
fuck that.
And
fuck
I was frozen with fear.
Yeah.
There was nothing that I could do. I was just like, well, I'm going to die, or someone else is going to die in here, or we're just going to get all of our stuff stolen.
Yeah,
that's the reality that I'm heading into.
Like, I'm scared just I'm imagining that right now, and I'm scared just imagining it, bro.
It was not a comfortable experience.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
So at least no thievery or random people.
Did he just leave, or what did he do?
I just went back to sleep, and then I woke up in the morning, and everyone was okay. Everything was fine, thank God. And I had to debrief with my mum and was like, Mum, what the fuck happened? And she woke up as well, and he seemed like that he was confused and didn't know what cabin to go into.
Okay.
So
he's just staring at me like, what the
so just
fuck?
staring.
He's like, what the fuck is this bitch doing in my bed?
Apparently my mum, like, tugged on his shirt to be like, hey, yeah, you're not in the right place.
Yeah.
You're in the wrong room.
What a fucking situation to be in.
And then he just kept on going along with his day. He just walked out, kept on going.
It's good that he was polite about it at least.
How uncomfortable does that feel that, like, you go to sleep in this room where it can't even be locked?
Yeah, no, I fucking hate that idea of that.
I think that we had a lock on our door, but it must not have worked because he somehow got in. So, how fucking uncomfortable.
He just broke and he had a crowbar, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I just really want to get into this room.
Yeah, I thought that this was my room, and I thought that you had to go in with a crowbar.
Yeah. Oh, I just left my keys behind. Fuck, alright, well, good thing I got my trusty crowbar with me, thank God.
One thing that was very nice, though, was being able to look out the window and see, like, all of, like, a very diverse area of Vietnam from one side to the other, going from the south to the north.
Yeah.
And that was a similar thing than if you were on the Darjeeling Limited, then you would be able to see all the nice countryside there and all the nice Wes Anderson up countryside, which is all saturated as and
a lot of yellows, a lot of like oranges, reds, beautiful stuff.
Very stimulating to the eyes.
Oh yeah, beautiful stuff.
And it all went pretty. It was all pretty stable and engaging. I felt all the train stuff right until the end when they got in a fight with the shaving scene.
That was like I think my favorite scene in the movie.
That was good.
Like I thought it was fucking funny as just dude like Owen Wilson's fucking little growl like
he's like
Jesus Christ like whoa calm down mister Jesus. you know a man means business when he's gurring although he had every right to he did get whacked in the face with a $6,000 belt.
That was so unexpected. Just randomly freaking Peter just is like, yeah, you want your fucking belt? Bang.
Yes.
Slaps him in the nose.
God.
And like that man needs more trauma to his face.
Oh, exactly. exactly.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh Jesus Christ.
And then Jason Schwartzman just goes fucking mental.
Yeah, you should,
Pepper sprays both of them twice.
I thought that he was just gonna stand there and just kind of watch awkwardly, kind of meme. Like kind of a thing that I've done before with whenever I see like people arguing or fight or like physically fighting, I just be standing there just being like okay. I've never like pepper sprayed anyone yet, but you know maybe I should pull a Jason Schwartzman and start, you know.
He showed off his little brother persona there heaps. Oh my god, my two older brothers are fighting. What do I do?
Yeah, that's true actually. Holy shit.
Oh my god, pepper spray, and he just like impulsively pepper sprayed them because he had no idea what to do.
Yeah, yes, that's like definitely the most reasonable. Why the fuck did he buy pepper spray in the first place in that movie?
Just in case, and it came in handy.
I guess, yeah.
It was meant to. That's like where the actual meaning comes from. Is that those little things that Francis isn't putting all of his attention into and being like, guys, it's a sign. Oh my god. Is like when just in the background, Jack buys pepper spray.
Yeah, true.
And then the belt that's just omnipresent. But then they're not really like he's not putting a bunch of emphasis into the belt and the meaning that's there.
That is true.
He literally just sees it as a commodity. Like that's a $6,000 belt that I need. And then they got kicked out of the train for some reason after breaking the window and having a fight through a whole fucking carriage.
Oh, that's no big deal. Come on. Oh shit, sorry.
No, that's okay.
It's no big deal.
Yeah, so they got kicked out, and then that's when like the movie starts to get pretty heavy after that.
It does actually.
When they come across the kids just going across the river.
I was not expecting that shit to start happening, man. What the fuck?
That just came out of nowhere.
Yeah. I don't know. Just when Adrian Brodie comes out the water and he's holding the dead kid in his arms, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? You know?
And it really aided to his whole guilt about everything that he had.
Yeah.
Is that like there were the three brothers encountered three kids who you would presume are all brothers that are going across this little bridge thing on a river, and then the bridge snaps, and then they're like going to be swept off. And then each of them pretty much like allocates a kid to like save, and then Jack and Francis, they save their kids fine, but then because of it also like it was something that happened with Peter that because he flipped over on the boat he wasn't able to save the kid. So then you could see that he was like in the line him being like, my kid died, like it was my responsibility that I let him die. And I think that he was the only one present at his father's death too. So that would have been that would have been like a
big punch to the gut.
It would be like, God, it's happening again. Oh my God.
I think it also hit him extra hard because like, you know, one of the things about his character, in his character is that like his wife is pregnant and like 6 weeks away from pregnant. So I think maybe there was like he's clearly having anxieties about being a father and losing that child. Maybe he's also feeling like that takes a hit on his soul. Because of the upcoming, you know, perils of having a child and him thinking maybe he's not ready.
I can't keep a father. I can't keep a son.
Exactly.
What am I? What am I good for?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. There's and what was heartwarming though is when they got to they were led back to like their camp where the village where all their family were living, like the kids, and they weren't like, oh my God, Peter, you killed the kid. What the fuck?
Yeah, they didn't put blame on him or anything.
They were grateful that the two were saved and that they all tried, and then they had tried to house the three brothers and nurture them for a little bit of time.
Yeah,
and that was heartwarming. Their little village experience.
It was sweetly done.
Yeah. And also that's like where one of my favorite scenes came in at the village is at the funeral, the slow motion funeral scene.
Yeah.
Where it's just a tracking shot of the three brothers walking through the funeral. And what I loved about this scene was that the way that each person walked made me appreciate each character so much. And it was a very good visual representation of what each character is like.
Do elaborate, sir.
There's Adrian Brodie is at the front with his hands clamped in one another, very uncomfortable, feeling awful, and you can see the guilt within him.
Yeah,
not comfortable within himself. And then there's the youngest little brother, the Jack, who he fucks, and he's in the middle. His aim's just waving around, and he doesn't really care. And also he also seems to give off there. That's when I felt too that it's like, oh, the reason why he's so womanizing and like obsessed with having a always like
having a good shag.
Yeah, having a good shag, and also him making himself the protagonist of his own novels or script, what he's writing, and in his character is just, I'm an asshole who gets the girl. With that, it shows off his like small man syndrome that he has.
Yeah.
So he's there walking at a funeral like he's top of the town, just like what? Yeah, the world's I'm just going around, and the world is revolving around me.
Yeah.
And then there's the bigger brother at the back who is walking with a walking stick and is sort of like, he sees himself like, even though it's because he's injured, it's also a symbol of how much more mature he feels he is than his two younger brothers.
Yeah.
And that he is the adult of their relationship that they all have with one another. And also just how long that shot went for. Because of it being in slow motion, it gave me time to think about those little details and be like, wow, what a beautiful scene. Like this scene that just has like music over the top and no dialogue told me so much about these characters and made me think so much about who these characters actually are. Which it made me, I was just over the moon.
You're making me feel like I'm at like a film lecture right now.
Yeah, yeah. You can see, and the way how they walk, Adrian Brodie's walk signifies about the character.
Whatever, you're pulling the shit out your ass, bro.
In my media studies essay.
Actually, I never even really. That is not what I got from the walking scene. I didn't really know what I was trying to get from the walking scene, but like fucking hell, like I like that. That puts like the film in kind of like what you've been saying this whole time is like putting the film in kind of a new light for me. I'm not gonna lie, it's just making me.
Okay. That's awesome. That makes me very happy.
It's like making me appreciate the film a lot more. I still think it's like just good, but like it's putting it in a new kind of retrospective for me, I guess.
I think that with this movie, almost everything that was on screen had some relevance.
Yeah.
Everything. Every prop, everything. Like, even the suitcases are the dad's suitcases, correct?
The suitcases were the dad's suitcases, and that's why I love the ending of the film, where they're running after the train and ditching the suitcases, because that's kind of their way of letting go of their grief and guilt. And like they're all smiling, genuinely smiling together. And I thought that was a fucking great ending. Like that's
I love that.
That is like a fucking great scene and a great way to kind of end their story.
And then they have one other little conclusion after that when Francis is like, you know what, here you go, guys, here's your passports, and then they let him keep them.
Yeah,
which I think that 100% ties in with what I was talking about before with the seeing his vulnerability, as well as that the whole time. Wes Anderson loves his suicide reveals.
Yeah.
So, like in this one, like they just say it's a car accident the whole time.
The motorcycle.
And then,
he says
motorcycle accident. Yeah. Sorry. And then he reveals when he's talking to his mum and his brothers that he did it on purpose.
Yeah.
So it was a botched suicide attempt.
Yeah, but they don't like go over the top with it. They kind of just like they drop it in. But they don't make a big overdramatic reveal about it. You know what I mean?
And all it does is grant more weight to when they saw all of his scars and wounds, because it's like, wow, not only is he this vulnerable and this weak and hurt, but he put this hurt on himself.
Yeah.
And that's like our little brother our big brother who's always in charge is doing this to himself. Oh my God.
It's heartbreaking, honestly.
So they were okay and willing to let him feel in charge and have their passports. And that I was like, wow, everything in this movie has purpose. And I'm not hanging shit on the in Life Aquatic where a lot of things do not have purpose. They're just for stylistic purposes. That's its own purpose on itself.
Yeah.
But I think that I really, really like narrative purpose and everything being self-contained.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like everything was answered in this. In Life Aquatic, not everything was answered. Some things were just there to be unanswered.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I probably prefer a movie like this over the Life Aquatic.
Oh, well, that's fair. Your opinion's wrong, but that's fair. That's fair. No worries, man. No,
you know what? Your opinion can be wrong, but it's yours.
No. I do get what you mean, honestly.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Can I just say that I didn't know that the mother in this movie was played by Angelica Houston, and I refused to. All right, yeah, and
cult leader Angelica Houston.
I refused to fucking believe. I like at first I refused to believe that it was her because it did not look like her. It looked like the broomstick instructor from the first Harry Potter movie.
Oh yeah, it sort of did look like that.
It looked like her and like Glenn Close a little bit. She had kind of like a Glenn Close look about her, but then there was the scene where they're meditating together after like kind of reconnecting with their mother, and she has that like that. You know what I'm talking about when I said that. And Angelica Houston smile. She has this like kind of like the Morticia Addams smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay, it's fucking her, man.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, there wasn't really that much to say about that. I just wanted to just point that out because I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, you know what I think is also another factor of why I didn't really like it the first time watching is that I thought that it was like a really like in your face spiritual movie.
Oh yeah.
That it's like Eat, Pray, Love. You've got to. It's like trying to empower people to meditate and find themselves through
it was
spiritual awakenings.
It was like kind of like a wank fest. Or
yeah, exactly. But then watching it this time, it is not about that at all. It shows.
Yeah, I didn't get that vibe from when I watched it.
I didn't get it at all either. When I was looking for that, it was like, oh, so it's just Francis is. It's like that is a very passive reading of it.
Yeah,
it's like you would only get that from the movie if you think that Francis is the character who is like the protagonist that we should follow and is like he's the one that he's the good guy. That's the only way that you can get that meditative spiritual reading from it, being like, yes, he's right. That's how all their problems will be solved if they just follow Francis, which is the complete opposite of what it's saying.
Oh, fucking enough,
yeah. And yeah, so ultimately I fucking loved this.
I thought I thoroughly enjoyed it, and upon like listening to you talk about like the more deeper meanings behind some certain scenes and all that, it gives me a lot more of an appreciation for it than when I first first watched it.
That makes me so happy. That's the purpose of this podcast. That is like the whole reason that I love movie podcasts and love the idea of us discussing this afterwards, because it is one of those things that it's like, there are so many things in this movie that I would have just totally looked past and have no idea is there. And if someone goes, hey, did you see this thing? Yeah. And it's like, oh, no, I didn't. But wow, if I did notice that, then my movie experience would have been way richer. Yeah. And I think that why I like it so much is because with this one, so many things did resonate with me. And I did find things that I'm like, yes, I think that is the meaning which is there. Where certain things in Life Aquatic, I did not. There was things that I'm like...
You ragging on my boy Life Aquatic,
Oh,
bro.
no, bro. Great.
You're ragging
great
on Steve Zissou, bro.
I have enjoyed all the Wes Anderson movies more second time around.
Yeah.
And, like, 100% putting my brain into I'm going to watch this movie and pay attention to everything is the way to watch these movies.
I'm like at somewhat of a disadvantage because a lot of these movies are my first time watching it, but that's also like, kind of like a fresh-faced kind of perspective on these films and all that, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I guess. Except, yeah.
I think that at least like we both had the same purpose with it. Where first time that I watched them, my purpose was I think to tick a box and be like, oh, I can say that I've seen all of these.
You felt like you had to like do it and all.
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
You didn't really enjoy it, but you felt obligated to it.
Exactly.
To watch it, not necessarily enjoy it.
Yeah. And what's exciting is that next episode on our Fantastic Mr. Fox one, it'll be a very special episode where instead of watching the movies in my lounge room home, we will be going to a cinema, the Astor Cinema in St. Kilda, and experiencing a double screening of Fantastic Mr. Fox and Isle of Dogs, and one after the other.
This will be my first double feature I've ever been to.
Same.
Which I'm very excited about. And it'll also be the first time I'm seeing Isle of Dogs and seeing Fantastic Mr. Fox on the big screen. Because Fantastic Mr. Fox was the one Wes Anderson film that I had seen previous to starting this series. And I fucking love that movie. So I'm really looking forward to rewatching it, especially on the big screen, you know?
And what I, pretty much rehashing what I said before, is that Fantastic Mr. Fox isn't really my biggest cup of tea because I've only watched it as a passive viewer.
Yeah.
But now I think being in a cinema and being like forced to engage solely with it I'm so hyped.
Oh, it's going to be very...
So
it's gonna
hyped.
It's going to be an exciting day, honestly.
Yes, exactly. Well, we're pretty much done, I think, talking about the movie. Well,
Yeah.
me just, like, fangirling over the whole thing.
I've enjoyed listening to the fangirling.
But because I think that we have a couple more minutes, is there anything that you would like to share that has happened cool in the last week?
I don't know, do I?
Anything that you're excited about? Or... I don't know. We've almost finished our first month of 2021.
That is
so,
true, yeah.
So anything exciting on the horizon? You start uni soon,
I
right?
do start uni, yes. I don't know because
Do you know the date?
No, I don't. I just know it's in February.
It is currently the 23rd of January.
Yeah, I'm aware.
It could be a week.
I'm well aware of that. Yes, yeah. I know what I'm doing. No, but I don't think it'll be the start of February. But yes, knock on wood.
They'll definitely inform you, so it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
You'll get heaps of emails.
Yeah, no. It's all taken care of. But yes,
Why have you not shown up to your first day of university?
I do start uni very soon, and I'm partly shitting myself, but also because I was talking to one of my mates, Patricia, about it, because she was asking about uni and all that. And, you know, after we talked, I was in bed kind of just thinking about it, and I started, like, kind of getting a little more excited about it. Like, one, you know, the work, you know, doing the work, the social aspect is, like, something that I'm nervous and excited about. But, like, I don't know, I feel like in terms of confidence and, you know, social aspects and all that, like, just socializing, it's definitely improved over these last few years, sorry, not 4 years.
Before that, fuck, train wreck.
Well,
train wreck of a human.
Technically, you're not wrong.
Nah, you were not a train wreck.
Oh, not a train wreck, but I was definitely not really a social man. But no, like for example, like, well, actually, it's too personal to really say it, but you know, meeting someone off a certain site, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not meeting any Russian hookers off Live Leak or whatever.
Meeting Big Daddy 69 from OnlyFans really amped up Kane's confidence.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and also he has money now, so that's good. You have a sustainable income, and all you have to do is just like work. All you have to do is text him. Like,
exactly.
How good is that?
Yeah, I know, it's fucking great.
Yeah.
I don't even know what other exciting shit I have coming up.
I think that you will nail it. I do not think that you have to worry about at all with uni, because I think that you are such a character that people will be drawn to you.
The only one thing I'm nervous about is I don't want to do online. I just hope that this fucking COVID shit continues to stay at a calm pace, you know what I mean? Knock on wood.
But currently...
Very desperate knock on wood.
Currently in Victoria and like Melbourne sort of area, we're okay with COVID right now. Like, we're all still wearing masks and things are like restricted. Like, only 15 people can gather and stuff like that.
I can live with that.
But, yeah, and it's all like very livable stuff.
Yeah.
But fingers crossed that it just does not get out of hand again.
Fingers crossed, yeah.
Fuck. Like how good that we're even able to go to the cinemas.
I know. I haven't been to the cinemas since fucking March 2020, man. Like, I'm actually really fucking excited to go to the cinemas again.
2 months ago, we weren't able to even go into a movie theater. So, it's so good.
Crazy to think about, honestly.
I think that people will be drawn to you, Kane, with your outgoing personality, so you'll be fine.
I reckon, look, as long as I don't repeat the same shit I did in the start of year 7, I think I'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, you'll be fine. If you don't bring your mom, it's fine.
Yeah, as long as I don't get escorted in front of the whole fucking year level
bring
by
your
my
dad.
mum. Oh, fuck no, that's even worse.
Playing guitar.
Oh, no, that's even worse, bro. Fuck that shit.
Singing all the Portuguese David Bowie songs.
Oh, God, if anything, I'll get the actual actor that sung that shit and get him to escort me in. Please, I would love that.
For me, my biggest highlight of recent couple of like weeks has been that I grew the confidence to ask a girl out at work, ask her out on a date, and it feels very refreshing and empowering that I've been single for like quite a while now in like our age level sort of thing.
Yeah.
I've been single for like a year, for like 2 years, something like that.
Yeah, so like maybe a year and a half to 2 years.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it might be 2 years because you and...
Yeah. It's approaching 2 years. Yeah. So, and also what's really interesting is the transition of like high school relationships to now being out in the real world.
I know.
And like in high school, all my romantic endeavors were... Hey, you're already friends with someone, and you're like, "Hey, do you want to be my girlfriend?" And they're like, "Oh, I would love to." And then your girlfriend and boyfriend or whatever you call it, but then now in the real world, it's like, "Oh, this person at work that I'm interested in and seems really cool and pretty, I have to ask her out on a date. And then we like get to know each other first.
Yeah, it's a very different ballpark than high school, most definitely.
Yeah. But so far, it has been going quite well, and she is lovely.
You're using this segment just to flex your...
flex my confidence that I was able to...
your dating status.
I just wanted to share this with everyone.
Whatever, mate. You keep flexing. Just because
of
very proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And it always feels empowering when you can in person be like, hey, how about this? And you'd like be direct and just ask. And I like was holding it off for a while because also the whole thing that it's like, oh, someone at work, oh, what's going on there? Yeah. But I just did it and do not regret it, even for a second. Good. Even if she said no, then you've still done it.
No regrets. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
Just fucking do it.
Yeah, it's like you...
If you don't do it, then you will regret it.
If someone says no, if you ask them out, you're in the exact same position that you were before asking them out.
Except now you know the answer.
Yeah.
The wondering is over.
So you were either in the exact same position or you've gotten something out of it.
Exactly.
It is really hard because even if you are telling yourself that, there's all these little things that you worry about that you're like... I know for me, I was like, oh, how am I going to ask? What do I say?
Yeah.
What's my segue? To be like... Hey, gone on any dates lately? Oh, well, I would love if you went on one with me.
Got dates?
Yeah. Yeah.
You got one now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad. That's
awful.
got
one now?
That's awful.
Oh, that's horrible.
I want to use that.
And then they go, no, I don't. I do not have one now.
Yes, you do.
And even if it seems like really forced, my approach was literally just like, okay, so I'm not very good at this, but would you like to go on a date with me? And... I think that, it felt very, very good to get it out. Yeah. And it doesn't matter how you say it, I don't think. Because it may be impressive if you're smooth and like a little bit embarrassing if you're not. But I don't think that the way that you say it will get you a date or not get you one. Because I cannot imagine if like someone is asking me out and they say it in one way, me being like, yes. But then if they say it another way... Then I'm like, no, I'm not interested in you anymore.
Unless the person is like a total bitch or whatever and is like, you started, you fucking loser, get out of here, bro.
Oh, I have high expectations of the people. Yeah. That would be awful.
Yeah, like those kind of people, like, stop doing that. Like, come on, man. But like, I get what you mean, though.
Just be polite. Be polite and honest, and that is the best way to go about this. But wanted to share this with, I've already shared this with Kane, but wanted to share it with all you listeners, even though you'll be hearing it far later than when
and God knows
happened.
what this situation is going to be like in a few months.
Yeah.
Who knows? It could go really good, or it could be ended. It could have ended fucking horribly.
Oh, do you mean with the date?
Yeah, I'm just meaning like
Oh, okay.
What do you think?
I thought you meant like with the podcast.
Oh fuck no! I mean, like for all I know, who knows? Maybe like we have a falling out like after this episode comes out. Like you and I just fight right after this episode is finished.
This never comes to light. This episode by the Scream 4 episode coming out, we've already fucking started hating each other.
We've already started a cease and desist.
Yeah, exactly. Our lack of structure in the Scream series ranking, just that was the catalyst for the breaking of our friendship.
That just broke us apart.
Yeah,
man.
what the fuck, Kane? You spoke about Scream 2 for way too long.
Shut up, bro. I love it.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut up. That's my least favorite one. I need to explain to the people
why it's my least favorite.
There's a huge fan base, and I need to justify myself, man.
Oh,
fuck, man.
Well,
damn it.
We'll leave you on that note. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed, and again, we'll see you next week. Any closing thoughts, Kane?
Goodbye, everybody. Remember to eat your vegetables and brush your teeth. Anyways, good night, everybody. Love y'all.
Love ya. And don't forget to check out our Facebook page at Marathon Me Official, all one word, and our Instagram, MarathonMe_official, to keep up to date on the podcast. And hey, if you want to get into contact with us, email us at marathonmepodc, yes, the letter C, @gmail.com. Like a podcast without the arse.